Kristy's parents had given her the master bedroom. The floor was covered in soft pink carpet. The comforters, curtains, and the skirts around the vanity were all done in matching fabric. A white background filled with fat roses. Kristy had taped up pictures of models and a giant poster of Lil Wayne, though she didn't even listen to his music. Kristy's nose almost touched the computer screen. She typed something super fast and laughed. Corinne pulled off her shoes and squinted at her toenails. "I don't mean to be rude, but there's something different about your mom's face." I said, "God, Corinne, rude. Just rude." I would never have said anything. "Her eyebrows fell off. Chemo." Kristy's eyes darted back and forth as she scrolled down the screen. "Oh, wow," Corinne said, and we both solemnly nodded. As a doctor, I would have to get used to this stuff. Kristy looked up. She raised her own white eyebrow and dug her pinky into the corner of her eye. She smiled savagely. "She's so skinny now. Her butt's all wrinkled." I felt a little sick at the thought. The waistband of my jeans was cutting into my stomach. Kristy uncrossed her ankles and jumped to her feet. "I get first shower." She always got first shower in her pink carpeted bathroom. Even the toilet lid had a fuzzy pink cover. Corinne pulled the laptop over. She brought up a picture of her and Kristy with their heads tilted, mouths open, fingers pointing at their chins. Gangsters. She rolled onto her back and yelled, "Kristy, that night was so awesome." I picked up an old 17. On the cover was a picture of a girl with big shiny eyes and long shining hair and long skinny legs like flower stems. A girl like a flower, but flowers couldn't talk. Flowers were quiet, like me. The girl on the cover looked so happy, as if being perfect was all it took. Kristy turned on the water, ripped the shower curtain down the pole, and started screeching a Beyoncé song. Kristy was my girl. We'd been friends since junior high, but something white-hot like hatred for her ran through me like a nerve. Except for her mom being sick, she had a life like in a magazine. Her parents were still married, and they adored her. They bought her diamond earrings for her 13th birthday and a barely used red Civic when she turned 16. She lived in a house with 10 huge rooms. It was practically a mansion. She had everything you could possibly want. But she still wanted more. Kristy was beautiful, though she wasn't even pretty if you dissected her. She had squinty eyes with stubby white lashes and wore so much mascara that it clumped and flaked onto her cheeks. When she smiled, shiny pink gums showed above her teeth. She'd gotten her invisible braces off the year before. She had a little face the size of a saucer, but her nose was substantial, a full-grown Italian lady nose. She claimed to have a deviated septum, which would require a nose job when she turned 18. I could do a scarily good imitation of her whiny voice. She wore little padded push-up bras and had red bumps, baby acne, on her skinny arms. But Kristy was tiny as a fairy, and she had long, curly white blonde hair. That hair did it every time. She'd get out of the car with that hair floating around her, and the boys were instantly drugged. I loved her, and I hated her. She annihilated me. When she walked in the room, I disappeared. I always told Corinne, "You're so much prettier than Kristy." And Corinne was, with her round cheeks and deep dimples. She streaked her brown hair, hid her freckles under orangey foundation, and wore green heart-shaped studs that brought out the color of her eyes. But there were a million Corinnes in the world, and Corinne knew it. This knowledge was like an arrowhead buried deep in her heart. It gave her eyes an icy glint and was the best part about her. Movie star